Hey everyone, so today we're just going to be replacing the board of the Sony Vaio laptop. This is the SVF15. It's a little bit of an older board, I know. It's about an i7 third generation Intel. It does have a graphics chip. So we're just going to talk about Sony and just a few things and a few opinions I have on Sony. So with Sony's, it is pretty much... So Sony used to make a lot of laptops. They used to even have stores more around. So Sony laptops, they can be pretty unique in their own way. In that sometimes they have a little bit of proprietary connections. Usually they're kind of orange, but as you can see here, they actually this looks like a very, very standard motherboard. Other times, like you see these connections, they actually can be orange, and it's just like kind of a different little color connection. And it is very hard to find parts for the Vios for the most part because, again, they did actually go out of business in the laptop market. They do go under the brand name Vaio, and that was actually sold. I don't know if it was a Chinese company or another. It was definitely another investor company. I think it might have actually been another Japanese company that did buy them out. I'm not too sure if they actually work with the components anymore or if they actually do sell the machines anymore, like under a different umbrella or something. As the Sony Vaios are known, they don't exist anymore. Of course, so it makes it very, very hard to find parts. And if you're getting parts, really good luck with most of them because they're actually pretty difficult to fix for the most part. And if they don't work usually, then you would have to find other ways of fixing laptops. So you would usually have to fix them. And they're pretty cool. You know, I did actually like them a lot when I was even growing up, and maybe I was thinking about getting one for college and everything. I went to school. They actually had a pretty cool one. It was called like a flip. That it would slide. It would be like a slider phone almost, and it would slide up. And those are pretty cool too. And I think it was called the Flip Duo. There's like an 11-inch one that the keyboard would come out and the screen would pop up too. Now, of course, for all those, we actually do see a few of those come in every now and then. They make it. But almost every time that we do get someone to come in, it is very hard to find parts. Yeah. So actually, Steve Jobs was influenced by Sony and more like their design and their color schemes, like the silver, the blacks, and even sometimes white. You could see some Sonys in white, but he really liked the silver, black of Sony and the design of it. Maybe that's why, honestly, the proprietary of Sony, maybe that kind of pushed Steve Jobs to kind of go that way with kind of making their own parts and doing their own type of stuff. And making their own type of design and making it very difficult to fix on top of everything else. But that usually got more in later over the years once the new CEO got in there. But if you ever read his book, I mean, it's a very good read. It does talk about how he was influenced, kind of how he grew up. He was a perfectionist too, so actually, if he didn't like something, he would actually just toss it away and make him start all over again. Even in his house, he didn't have a lot of furniture because he wanted everything to be perfect the way he wanted it. And if he didn't get that, he wouldn't put up with it at all. It's pretty cool how Sony really did influence him in those type of ways. And you know, Sony, even back then, I really like Sony. I'm still, even to this day, you know, they made a lot of laptops. They make those great TVs, those Trinitons, if you guys remember. They also do well in the... They also do very well, of course, in the gaming industry. They make the PlayStation. I grew up on the PlayStation 2, 3, PlayStation 1. I had like all of those. I actually had almost every Sony console, except the Vita. I never had the Vita, but I had like the PSP, the first one, the fat one. I really like their stuff. You know, they always make high quality stuff. They always made high quality electronics. It's just something I always really enjoyed. I like their design too, and I just liked everything about them. Anyways, guys, thanks a lot for watching. Really hope you enjoyed this video about my little Sony ramble going on there for a bit. Thanks a lot for joining me in that little talk I had. I still really do love them very much. Too bad we don't really see their phones in the United States. You know, they're more international, but they do very well in so many other different categories, especially game consoles and the Bravia TVs. Still to this day, I know I talked about a little about the Trinitons back then. Those are really big. Did you guys have any of those electronics back then? Do you guys still use a PlayStation today? Did you have the PlayStation when you were a little kid? Did you even still have a Vaio going on to this day? And just leave a comment down below to talk about it. Again, please leave a like if you really did enjoy this, and thanks a lot for watching. I hope you enjoy. Bye.